What's up, Deaners? Do you have keycards but don't know what vault to use them on? Do you ever wonder about which vaults are the most valuable on average? Well, I, Dino, have painstakingly gone to each vault 25 times and documented each item found there. That's 200 vaults in total, counting all 5 purples, 2 oranges, and the green vault. I totaled up the value of the items and averaged them across my visits. Due to the sample size, I imagine this would have about a 5 to 10% margin of error. So don't take these numbers to be 100% accurate. I also had to come up with arbitrary values for some of the items you can't purchase or sell. For the purple keycard, I valued it at 50,000 Karunas and the orange keycard at 25,000. I imagine these are likely near what they will cost on the flea market in the future, but these are conservative estimates and I could see them potentially being double this value or more. In this video, I will go over the values of each of the purple vaults and an in-depth analysis of each one, comparing them to the others. I will also go over the orange vaults and compare the green vault's value to the purples. Before I get into the juicy numbers, I'd like to ask that if you like informational Ghosts of Tabor content, you subscribe to my channel. It helps me out tremendously, and I plan to branch out to Contractor's Showdown as well as the other Combat Waffle titles, Grim and Silent North. If any of that interests you, I would appreciate the support. Now on to the numbers. This is probably the least looted vault because of its bad average value, as I pointed out in my old keycard analysis video. But it is also the least contested, so you and 2 friends can own the map and get guaranteed loot. But Missile Silo is worth a measly 165,000 Karunas on average. It has 8 loot containers in total, with 1 large armor crate, 1 small crate, 1 medium crate, and 4 large crates. Compared to all the other vaults, Missile Silo is definitely a vault you want to avoid hitting. Next up, Island of Tabor. This is still one of the best vaults you can use your purple keycard on. Because Island has the most purple spawns anyway, it just makes sense. Island stands steady at 223,000 Karunas on average. This is also the most accessible vault, having multiple points of ingress and egress, making it easy to protect against vault raiders. The Island vault has a total of 8 crates. Of them, there are 2 small cases, 1 medium case, 2 large cases, 1 armor and bag crate, and 1 large armor crate, and 1 equipment crate. If you find a purple card on Island, this is definitely going to be your next stop. For Matgemiest, we have 2 vaults. We will start with the Bridge Tower, which is the only vault aside from Island that has the armor/bag crate with a decent chance of a Ragnar spawning. The Matgemiest Bridge Tower has an average value of 216,000 Karunas. Now, this is just the value of the crate items in the top floor. It has the potential for more with the lower room and the loose loot, but I wanted to be consistent and only counting crate loot. The Bridge Tower has a total of 9 crates, of which I believe 2 do not actually have the purple loot chance. These are the armor/bag crate that isn't against the wall and the medium case in the corner by the large armor crate. I may be wrong, but these just seem to spawn average loot, not vault level loot. That being said, there is 1 small case, 1 medium case, 3 large cases, 2 armor or bag crates, 1 large armor crate, and 1 equipment crate. This vault is easy to defend against people trying to steal it if you can keep watch out of the windows. However, the long windy stairwell can get tangly with corded headsets. This one is a good one to run if you pull a purple out of the next vault I'm going to cover, the House of Scott. Valued at 228,000 Karunas, it is the most valuable purple vault in the game. This makes sense because it has the added cost of a 20,000 Karuna streamer item known as Yorick's Skull. However, the House of Scott has 3 possible streamer item spawn locations that are all worth 20,000 Karunas, so it is likely that you'll recoup that investment. The House of Scott is one of the easiest and most commonly camped vaults, however, so be cautious and watch your back. The House of Scott vault has 10 crates in total, and a filing cabinet that is included in the results, even though I know the cabinet just contains regular loot. In addition to the filing cabinet, it has 4 small cases, 2 medium cases, 1 large case, 1 large crate, 1 large armor crate, and 1 equipment crate. When my squad runs House of Scott, we always have someone watch the exit, and we just read off the loot to them, and since they're watching our back, we give them first dibs on any loot, and that seems to work well for us. Now for the new vault, Matka Underground Purple. Now, some people say that this vault is really bad,
and I'm inclined to agree with him.
This vault has actually dethroned Missile Silo for the lowest valued vault, and it only has 5 crates. This vault is worth a measly 156,000 Karunas, and has 2 small cases, 2 medium cases, and 1 large case. The only time you're allowed to run this vault and not be mucked endlessly by me and anyone else you know is if you find a purple when you run green vault. Even then, just take it to Island or Matka Miest. As far as orange keycards go, they are pretty straightforward. These open up an extra extraction route for you to take, as well as presenting you with a medium case. For both Island and Matka Underground, these cases have an average value of 36,000 karunas. One thing I noticed while running 50 orange vaults is that the P90 and MP7 were very common. The P90 was in the crate 20% of the time. However, this could just be due to the small sample size. I found a purple once out of all 50 orange vault runs, so don't expect to get a purple keycard from an orange vault. For last but not least, we have the new green vault, the keycard for which is only obtainable by killing the Matka Miest boss known as the Collector. Check out my boss guide video to learn more tips and tricks to killing him. Surprisingly, the green vault wasn't even as valuable as the House of Scott. I would think that because of how hard it is to get there, it would be more rewarding. But nope, it is worth a measly 221,000 karunas on average. Okay, maybe that's not measly, but the difficulty of the keycard doesn't justify the value. I did not get many purple keycards from this vault either, having found a total of 4 in all 25 runs, and 2 of them were from the same time. The green vault has 10 crates, equivalent to the House of Scott with the exception of a filing cabinet. Of these, there are 2 small cases, 3 medium cases, 3 large cases, 1 large armor crate, and 1 equipment crate. I believe the small crate at the far corner by the gun wall is another crate that does not have the purple loot multiplier because it also gives common loot. Obviously, you can't use the green card anywhere else, so you might as well hit the vault, but it seems a little undervalued considering the work you have to go through just to get the card. Not to mention actually successfully looting and extracting with the green vault loot. Plus, there are tons of people who camp the old bunker looking to kill green vault goers. Hopefully they will buff the green and purple vaults on this map because they are abysmal, especially considering the purple when compared to the other options. So the status quo hasn't changed, folks. Either hit Island or House of Scott to get the most bang for your buck out of your purple keycards. If you have a green keycard, you should try and trade it for a purple and a skull. I bet someone would take that trade in a heartbeat, but little do they know that the green vault sucks. Well, they might know if they watch this video, but if you're still here, drop your favorite dad joke or pun in the comments. Please consider liking and subscribing to support this content, and I have been Dino. Thanks for watching.